Last week, the Vancouver Whitecaps came from behind in their two-game semifinal series to knock out the Montreal Impact and advance to their second final in 3 seasons. The dream season for the Puerto Rico Islanders continued as they used a last-second goal to punch their ticket to their first final. One game, winner take all. The championship is next. It is championship weekend here in Vancouver, British Columbia. The Vancouver Whitecaps playing host to the Puerto Rico Islanders. Welcome to Swangard Stadium. I'm your host for the pregame show, Steve Bell. What a season it has been here in 2008. Looking back, you've got both the Seattle Sounders and the Charleston Battery, who surpassed many Major League Soccer teams this year, making it all the way to the Open Cup Final Four. You've got the Vancouver Whitecaps, a solid year. They've had Montreal Impact and the Puerto Rico Islanders far exceeding expectations in CONCACAF Champions League, going 10 games without losing, and just a fantastic run. When you look at the good season, it is fitting that we should have such an outstanding championship matchup, number 1 versus number 2. Let's look at how they got here. The semifinal series, first for Vancouver, down 1 goal in leg 2, and an unlikely source, Jeff Clark, only scored 2 goals all season, but this one from 30 yards out tied the series. 4 minutes later, the 35-year-old Eduardo Zebrango gets the series leading goal, the flip, and that is how they go to the final. In the 5 meetings between these two teams during the regular season, Montreal only managed 1 goal. It's fantastic defending as Tedar Tortsen's team punches their ticket to the championship game. There you look at this series. Again, the home team's winning both games. Vancouver wins the aggregate 2-1. Zebrango getting the series winner 4 minutes after Clark tied it up. On the other semifinal series, the Rochester Rhinos got off to a slow start this year, turned it on towards the end, but it was Puerto Rico jumping over another huge hurdle as they scored 3 times at home. They would not go to PKs, which is what knocked them out last year. 1 minute to go in overtime, and Puerto Rico gets the go-ahead goal in the season series. The tables are set, the teams are ready. That will conclude our pregame. When we come back, we'll be joined by Andrew Bell for the call of the game, the lineups. The 2008 championship is coming up next on FSC.
And welcome back to beautiful Swangard Stadium in Vancouver, British Columbia. We're right at kickoff. Let's have a look at the starting lineups. Andrew Bell with Steve Bell alongside me. Steve, we're almost at kickoff. The teams are out there ready to go. Let's have a look at the starting lineups if we can and see how this one shapes up.
Yeah, obviously a lot of stars out here. Player to watch is number 20. He's only 17 years old. Cage, he has got a big task at hand going against a Puerto Rico team that he has not seen yet this season. Keep your eye on him.
Yeah, I've been impressed with the way they've played. Now, Gaudette, of course, goalkeeper of the year for the Puerto Rico Islanders. And a couple of big boys up top. Atieno, of course, the big target man. And
there's the MVP of the league, number 22, Jonathan Steele. He sets the table for everyone. He is going to be going against Cage. And again, that's the lineup to watch.
Mr. Mark Kadalesic, the referee for tonight's game. He's ready to go. And we are just about ready for kickoff here. This is for all the marbles as Puerto Rico get us underway in the USL One Championship game. Atieno with a nice first touch, direct from Puerto Rico. And it'll be a throw-in now for Vancouver. This portion of the game brought to you by Sprint Turf. Sprint Turf, the smart choice in synthetic turf systems. Heavy challenge at the halfway line. Zebrango, slow to get up there, Steve, as he just got welcomed back to the championship game by the Puerto Rico Islanders defender.
Well, he's a guy who you definitely don't want sitting out of the championship games. He has sat out of more finals than most people have ever been in, one due to an injury, and then 2 years ago to a suspension, his second yellow card. Took his shirt off against Montreal after scoring the game winner and had to sit out the final, so got knocked there early, but he looks to be okay.
First chance for Vancouver to play it forward. It's a searching ball in for BK to chase. Not fully away by Puerto Rico. Back into the middle. Steele took his time, but he does get it away now. Atieno battling, and it'll pop out to Petar Viegas on this near side. And still, here's the Italian defender Arrieta, USL First Division Defender of the Year. Miranda battles in the middle. Nash calmly forward to BK. Now Valenti as Vancouver take over possession. Oh, nice pass from Nash. Is that handball there? The referee blows his whistle. It's going to be a free kick for Puerto Rico. The Islanders in orange for the game today. You can't miss them. Vancouver Whitecaps in all white.
We talked before about the home team dominance, Andrew. The home teams in the playoffs this year, 10-0, 22 goals for, only 5 against. So you think Puerto Rico's got their work cut out for them, but what hasn't this team done this year? I mean, they've won the close games, they've won the blowout games, they've won in hurricane-like conditions in Puerto Rico, they've won in little rest games. This is just one more hurdle for these guys to get to the trophy, and they're up for it. I don't think they mind.
That's a good ball inside. And cleared away by Vancouver. Absolutely agree with you, Steve. They've shown that they have the ability to win. Almost particularly when they're in adverse situations. As I mentioned in the opening, they have the best, they own the best away record in the league. And they're going to need it, you would think, this afternoon against this Vancouver side, who also had a very, very good season, very consistent. The Whitecaps.
You look at when Puerto Rico really took off, as you look at Taylor Torrenson in his first year, what a great first season he's having, really getting the youth players mixed with a lot of strong veterans like Zabrango.
Veterans of the league, veterans of championship games, as they try to spring Zabrango through the middle. Gaudet is there, rolls it out to the right back, looking for Atieno. Hooked away by Vancouver. It's Valenti. And now Nash. Back to the versatile Jeff Clark. Alongside him, Wesley Charles. Out to the far side. Patient opening this from Vancouver. The Islanders without Nigel Henry tonight, Steve, who sustained that head injury against Rochester.
Hard challenge against Matt Delicott late in that game. Spoke with Colin Clark and said he's doing a little bit better, but that was a serious head injury, and thoughts are definitely with him, hoping he gets better.
I noticed actually members of the... Well, let's just have a look at this tackle. Well, it's just a straightforward free kick there. Nash tries the early one, but it doesn't come off. It's straight through. It'll be a goal kick now for Puerto Rico. I was just going to mention, I saw members of the Islanders ownership group before the game, and they were wearing Nigel Henry jerseys.
You look at Colin Clark, coach of the year, and has just been outstanding with the busy schedule they've had in CONCACAF Champions League play, and the injuries they've had, the busy schedule, and well, they have traveled more than any team in the league, no doubt about it. There's no game that they could take a bus to when they're playing in Puerto Rico. If they're going somewhere, they're on a plane. And again, they have been at the top all season long.
Here's the league MVP, Johnny Steele, pushing forward down that far side. He'll turn it back now to the halfway line. Probing from the Islanders here early doors. Valenti for Vancouver. Nice ball out to this near side. Zabrango with the no-look touch. And Miranda is there. Now Steele. Gets it wide. Saw the challenge there from Ethan Gage, the 17-year-old, inserted into the center of the Vancouver lineup for the game today.
You compare Ethan Gage to Zabrango. You know, when Gage was born, Zabrango probably had about 100 goals already in his career. I mean, 35 versus 17, but again, that's the mixture that Bob Lenarduzzi wanted here in Vancouver. He wants the youth movement. He wants to build a program from the bottom up, and that's what they're doing, getting great experience here from the young players.
Steele's in quickly to win it. Villegas turns into trouble and receives the free kick, so first chance for the Puerto Rico Islanders to test this Vancouver side from a set piece.
Yeah, you see the late challenge there. Not a lot there, but was some contact.
Very central, and it's Johnny Steele over the ball. Vancouver holding at the edge of the 18. Jay Nolly there in goal. Comes across to Miranda. Miranda to the back of the box, headed across and safely behind for a goal kick. The general, Colin Clark. USL 1 Coach of the Year. Nolly fires it away, headed back in by Puerto Rico. Miranda helps it on. Steele looking for Delgado, couldn't pick him out with the pass. Oh, that was an elbow up there on BK. The referee says play on. There's an advantage for Vancouver. Kindell inside to Nash. BK's up and okay. Nash cross court to the far side. Given away there as Steele happy just to lump it downfield. And Atieno's header all the way through to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I think Vancouver would have much preferred getting the foul called there rather than the advantage. Looked like it was a 1-on-5 with that hard challenge on BK. He is up, he's okay. They're letting him play early.
It's a tough one, that, isn't it? I mean, you're a player, Steve. You know what it's like. You want to keep the game going, but sometimes the advantage disappears very quickly.
And the other thing is you're looking for consistency from a ref. So if they're not calling that early on, that sets the message to the players that that's going to go on.
It's a half chance for BK, but Gaudette off his line quickly. Read the danger. The Islanders with a chance to build. Out, switch to this near side. Arrieta. Inside to Kraus. Kraus looking for Delgado, hooked away by Vancouver. And that one will end up as a Puerto Rico Islanders throw. They're going to be pinned back inside their own half. Taylor Torderson. Very confident. Both coaches, I have to say, that very confident before the game. I think at this point, they've really done their job, haven't they? Got the team to the final.
Yeah, it's more organizing now. You know, the strategy, it's you got the guys here. There's not a lot more you can do in terms of matchups. It's which players are going to have their big games tonight, who's going to step up. These teams have been so evenly matched the last 5 games they've played over the last 2 years. You've got 4 ties in those 5 meetings, so very evenly matched teams.
Here's Kindell down the line for Valenti. Can he work himself into a crossing position? He can, and he earns a corner, the first of the match.
Yeah, good build-up that time from Vancouver with the switch. See the big bandage on Gaudette. They have been beat up all season long. The big keeper yelling out instructions on this first dangerous corner of the game.
No surprises who's going to take it. It's Martin Nash with that dangerous right foot, and it's whipped into the back post. Half a chance. In the end, headed behind. I think it came off Sabrango last.
Well, that's the kind of corner you want, though. I mean, he didn't lob that in at all. Let's take a look. Driven, in-swinger, right in that area where you're telling Gaudette, is he going to come for it? And you saw the 2 steps out, and then he comes back off his line. That's exactly what you want from those corners. Testing the keeper, making him come out, making him second-guess his thought.
This portion of the game is brought to you by USLLive.com. USL's official broadband channel is your source for soccer action 24 hours a day. Nice flick from Atieno. Delgado put his head down, chasing, digs in, earns his side a free kick, I believe. No, throw in. Steele took it quickly. Miranda will hook it towards the back post. Searching ball is Petter Viegas. That is going to be a corner kick for the Puerto Rico Islanders, so a chance now for Johnny Steele to whip one in.
Yeah, great play by Viegas. You know, another veteran player there, knew exactly what he was doing, was in that spot where he couldn't really create a lot. He was not trying to cross that end, was looking for the ricochet out of play to pick up the corner, and that's exactly what he got.
Steele, well, the referee's going to have to sort out the melee in the box. Just a bit of friendly pushing and shoving, and let's have a look. There's not a lot there, is there? Just a little welcome to the game from Charles Biquet. So a corner for the Islanders. Great ball into the back post, good take from the keeper. Under a lot of pressure there, Jay Nolly. I think the whistle blew, so may have been fouled as he stretched his frame out to grab it.
Jay Nolly with 12 wins on the season. Look how he controls his area there, and mistimed at the beginning, but look how he recovers there. Gets back, controls the area. Nice job to hold that and not give up the rebound.
Saw the foul there. Atieno just making sure Nolly ended up on his backside. Nice header from Kraus. Viegas helps it on. Atieno digs in. It's going to be a free kick for Vancouver. He is very much played as the battering ram forward. Nice flick from Sabrango. Can BK set himself up to shoot? He can. It's straight at Gaudette. Good stop.
That's what the big body can do up front for you. BK, though, the separation with the second touch to open up. Look at that separation there. Picks the head up. Has the two defenders on him. A nice half turn, half chance.
Natural grass surface here in British Columbia as Gaudette bangs it downfield. Moose with a touch forward. Kraus will play it wide. Steele caught in possession by Justin Moose. BK, little 1-2. Moose gives chase. And Yombi back to Gaudette. Not the best clearance from the keeper. Now Nash. Off target from Nash.
Yeah, you won't see that a lot from Nash or Jeff Clark, who puts that out of play. Those are two guys who, when they have possession, more often than not, they'll keep it, they'll keep possession, they'll make that simple pass or the penetrating pass to go forward.
So the Torderson looks on. It's been a very even first 15 minutes. Here's Arrieta. Tries to whip it in. It takes the deflection. It's spinning towards a corner, but away by Clark. Headed away again. Safety first from Vancouver, so a throw-in now for the Islanders. And it's the defender of the year, as voted across the whole league, Christian Arrieta, to take it. Looking to dip it in towards Atieno. Away by Charles, chance for a strike. It's blocked down by Nash. And Sabrango, did he do enough? He did. That's going to be a free kick for Vancouver. Quickly taken by Nash. Now Valenti. Sabrango showing for it. Here's Kindell. Too heavy the touch there from BK. So a throw-in for Puerto Rico.
Well, if you're looking at the field out there last week in the semifinal game, it was not in very good shape. College football game that was played. They did their best to fix the spots that were bad. It is much better, but there are spots that the players will get a bad touch there. That was not one, though. That was just a missed touch out of play for Vancouver.
Yeah, they have done well, the grounds crew here this week, to get this ready for the big game. I think you mentioned it before the match. It is an absolute full house here. They sold out all of the tickets before today. They were all gone yesterday. Standing room only at Swangard. There's the ball inside. Up and away by Vancouver. Now Steele sets it to his left. Oh, nicely done there. The tackle comes in, though. Here's Moose. Caught in possession by Delgado. Steele's overlapping. Now Delgado again. Off target, but there was a late challenge on him. And it's going to be another free kick and another chance for a set piece for the Islanders.
Yeah, the 17-year-old there not making the smartest of challenges there. Maybe careful, close to getting a card, but in the end, that was great pressure by Puerto Rico. High pressure. They lost the ball. They picked it up right away. One possession back, and now they've got a great opportunity here on the set piece.
Steele would be with the left foot, so an outswinger. Delgado also over there. Can whip one in towards goal. It's going to be Delgado. Dangerous ball in, well played by the goalkeeper, Jay Nolly. Big punt out from Nolly. Up and away by the Islanders. Remember, this is Puerto Rico's first ever visit to the championship game.
Second in 3 years for this Vancouver side, but a lot of new faces out there as well. They've got the guys who were there before, like a Martin Nash, Kendall, Clark, as the offsides is here. But it's the new players that they brought in, the nice mix of the younger stars, really helping this team, who didn't get off to a great start, honestly. I mean, they're another team that found some nice form halfway through the season and then got hot when they needed it late in the year.
It was difficult for Colin Clark early in the year because, of course, when the season was beginning, Puerto Rico were qualifying for the Champions League. Once they wrapped up their qualification, then they really concentrated on the first division. As you see, I tell you what, packed house here, isn't it? Great for Vancouver. There's not a single seat left to sell.
You know what, they got here early as well. This is a championship weekend, and they have been arriving early, and they hope to stay late and party into the night. But if Puerto Rico has anything to do with it, I'll tell you, there's some Puerto Rico fans here as well. A lot of orange in the crowd.
Here's Delgado. Turns and hangs on to possession. Bandy gets it wide. Lovely ball in, and it's a header that's over the top. Goal kick.
Well, that's what Steele does so well. I mean, he's got 11 assists on the season, and just a simple play there. Picks his head up, takes the touch, doesn't just cross the ball and hope, but he's picking his head up, finding the target, and put it exactly where he wanted it. This is put in the spot. I mean, he picks that one guy out between 3 defenders. Great accuracy on the service from Johnny Steele.
Absolutely super ball, wasn't it? Here's BK. Sabrango, it's just a bit tight down the middle. Puerto Rico get it away. Atieno, good first touch. Dispossessed though. Early ball forward. Godet telling them to play it away. Nash is in quickly to win it. Moves in with a challenge and comes up with it. Slots it into the gap. Sabrango! Good save, Godet.
Well, Zabrango, again, a player we haven't mentioned very much in the first 20 minutes, but he'll sneak by and have that one offsides on the other way. But Zabrango just sneaks in, perfectly timed run. He wants that one back.
Just looking at him there, you know what? He is furious with himself.
Look at that.
This is a good chance.
Yeah, 4 defenders there. Zabrango made the diagonal run in the corner, picked his head up, and give credit to Godet there. Came out, cut the angle down. That's a nice save. Zabrango, the 35-year-old, 4th championship. Took Hershey to a final, Rochester, Montreal, and now his 4th team he's playing in a championship game with. Really an anomaly. I mean, you could see goalkeepers getting better with age. Here's a 35-year-old scoring 12 goals is something else.
He's had another good season, hasn't he? Be thinking about that chance, though, Steve.
Well,
there you see it. Super crowd at Swangard today for the game. Remember, when they won it in 2006, Vancouver had to do it on the road. So this is the first chance for them to do it in front of their home fans. Great article in the paper yesterday talking about the NASL Championship in 1979. They had 100,000 on the streets to celebrate when the team came home.
A great city for soccer, and they have come out to support their team. And you're going to watch another corner here, second of the game, and really it was just an innocent looking cross that got deflected out. Nash is going to come whip it in.
Well, this is something they could have worked on, the set pieces. So it'll be Nash, as again the referee is going to stop play and have a word with the players in the box. I can hear Colin Clark, he's saying it should be a free kick for us. Here's the corner. Into the back post. Chance! It's off the line. Clark couldn't get the shot away as it popped out to him. And Vancouver hang on.
Looked like it was BK who had the head attempt. Gaudette was beaten, but the defender was there.
Gritty defending from Puerto Rico.
Another great corner. Again, Gaudette's got there. It is BK that's right there. Wasn't on target, but again, the nice service from Nash. He's forcing Gaudette to come out, make a decision, and then retreat.
Half a chance for BK. Again, the ball is fired in. This time it's blocked clear. Good header away. This portion of the game brought to you by Umbro. Umbro, true to soccer since 1924. Bring it on. As Vancouver are bringing it on right now. Puerto Rico weathering the storm. It's Steele. Nice close control. Arrieta lifts it forward. Atieno with his arm up there, and I think he's being called for that foul. Saying, who, me, ref?
Yeah, it wasn't an offside. I think you're right. Had the arm up. We'll have a look here. It was definitely onside, but you can't do that. He's using that arm, head up on the shoulder. Good call, linesman right there.
Just trying to make it uncomfortable for Wesley Charles. Here's Nash. Pings it out to this near side. It's straight to Arrieta, though. Now Peter Villegas. Looked to me like Atieno was just offside. There's the flag.
And that's the one the coaches don't like, because if it's offside, they're looking for that flag to come up right away. And I think that's what Colin Clark is saying. Look at his watch. I think he timed that offside call.
25 minutes in. I would think both coaches pleased at this point.
Well, I think Colin Clark much more so. Again, to come in, the road game, the adrenaline, the crowd into it.
Oh, there's a mix-up in the box. Sabrango gets on the end of it. Valente whips it in. Gaudette will prevent it going out for a corner. And you're right, Steve.
Yeah, for the Islanders to come in and sort of not necessarily take the crowd out of it, but to have a nice, strong 25 minutes of this game to get your feet under you, get some nice touches. I think they're much more happy with the start of this game.
Atieno, the target, just mistimed his jump. Steele dispossessed by Moose. Moose is the roar from the crowd as every time he touches it. Here comes BK. Back to Moose. Searching ball in, and it's a good header down from Arrieta.
Yeah, a lot easier to yell Moose than BK, no doubt about it. Gaudette's looked a little shaky here at the start of the game. He's been solid all year, but the corners from Nash have put him in doubt a couple times. He's just going to sit and wait back there. Yeah, there's no one within 40 yards of him who's going to take his time before he puts this back in play.
Taking his time, Gaudette. Now, a sort of a sidewinder punt clear. Vancouver forced to parry it into touch. So a throw-in now for Puerto Rico. Steele wants it early, chests it back. Arrieta with time to look up. Charles, good header clear. Lovely flick from Sabrango. BK on his own. Not a lot he can do with that. He'll give chase. Confident from the Islanders goalkeeper to play it around him. Is that a little push in the back of Atieno? The referee says no. Now here comes Bandy. Slips it through, the flag is up again. He was just on the wrong side of the defender, I think on his right shoulder.
Yeah, but again, a nice build-up from the Islanders there. They changed the pace of their attack. They're starting slow, and then a nice ball. As you look at the replay here, this is definitely off. It's off by about, a foot there, but they keep getting those chances. They're gonna find one of them, and you gotta I'd say the Islanders are probably one of the better teams out there in their transition play, getting players forward, getting them back to defend. And you saw a good example there, how they can get forward in numbers.
Clark holding his face. He may have caught an arm there. Drops nicely for Delgado on the far side, and he's got plenty of space. He's eating it up. Flying forward, here he comes. Across to the middle, a little leave for Atieno. It's on target, but he never caught it cleanly. And in the end, a comfortable stop for Nolly.
About the skill from Villegas there, the dummy run, the awareness behind to say, hey, don't have the best angle there. I'm going to leave it for someone else did, and nice decision.
Miranda blocks it down. Gage, the youngster in the middle of the park. Now out to Kindell. Oh, nice ball for Sabrango. Turns, and again. Little 1-2, looking to make a little 1-2 with BK. And that struck the arm of the young midfielder, just 17 years old, remember. Nathan Gage, plucked out of the academy here in Vancouver, British Columbia.
Bob Lenarduzzi again talked about going to that youth and getting the players, the younger players in those youth programs, getting them the experience in games like this. And you look at a player like Gage, who only played 6 games, 237 minutes during the regular season, and now he's out starting in the championship.
His steal at the edge of the 18. Wide to Villegas. And still off target with the intended pass for Arrieta. BK muscles his way through, and it opens up for him here. In for Sabrango, he won't get there. Godet there to smother it.
Yeah, Zabrango's going to give a little clap to BK, who made that play himself with his defensive work, taking on the 3 defenders. Look at the diagonal, cutting right across your screen there, and nice idea. The idea was there. You see the applaud from Zabrango. Probably could have cut it the other way to open up a little bit more for BK to find that target, to play it to his feet. But they work very well together, those 2 strikers for the Whitecaps.
Both physical presence, big, strong target men.
They complement each other well. BK, you see the strength on the ball there to win it, and then Zabrango with the run behind the ball and his one-time finishing.
There's another good ball in from Steele. Tell you what, Atieno might be thinking about that one at half-time. Half a chance there. Didn't get it on target. Nash controls now for Vancouver. To Moose. Gives it away. Arrieta. Direct football from Puerto Rico as Atieno tries to bring it down. They'll earn a throw-in. About level with the 18. Young English striker, Ty Atieno. Another one that has chipped in this year to help Puerto Rico to the successes that they've had so far. Jones is going to take the throw. It was short to Miranda. And he couldn't control it. You know, talking about Vancouver and British Columbia, I mean, they've had a history of creating players. Bob Lenarduzzi, of course, fantastic career. Mark Watson, national team player. And now the new generation of players coming through.
And you talk about really how they can select from so many players from Vancouver and then recruit players from across Canada and the U.S. to come play as well. It's just such a nice area, and you hear that from both the women's program that they've got and the men's program, that they can get players to stay.
And here come Vancouver now. 3 in the middle. It's Kindell. Can he get the ball across? Has to go backwards. There's the youngster, Gage. Now Nash. Gage again. Kindell with a lovely 1-2. Into the box. Couldn't get the shot off. He goes to ground. And that's going to be a goal kick.
Yeah, the crowd saw the pointing, and that is a good no call, but you like the combination play. Kindell, maybe one touch too much as he waits and wanted to cut that angle. He's going away from goal there. He needed a low line drive cross, probably right in front of the box. But Kindell is a player who will keep going forward, keep pushing in the area. Played the entire 90 minutes in the final in Rochester a couple of years ago, and he can get forward and make things happen.
Good play to have attacking from that midfield. This portion of the game brought to you by USLsoccer.com. Get the latest scores, standings, and news by visiting USL's official website, USLsoccer.com. Another pause there from Gaudette before he gets the game restarted. Clark hooks it away. Yombi heads down for Jones. Caught in possession. And that'll be a throw-in, actually, for Puerto Rico. It came off the Vancouver player last. It's really been a banner year for the United Soccer Leagues. Battery getting to the Open Cup final, the Charleston Battery, coming within a whisker of winning that game. And then, of course, both Montreal and Puerto Rico doing so well and having continued success in the CONCACAF Champions League.
And we said it before, Andrew, as well. You know, at that game, that Open Cup final was played at RFK Stadium. With a look here.
Here's a chance. It was just too wide, wasn't it, for Atieno? He'll keep it alive. Sets it back for Jones. Early ball in. And away by Vancouver. They're still pressing. Villegas sets it back. And in the end, Vancouver able to get it away.
And back to that thought in the Open Cup, you look at the Battery playing DC United. Those are two teams that were outstanding at home. You know, had that game been played at Blackbaud, Battery might have won the Open Cup championship. You could talk about the ifs and whats, but just to your point about a great season for the USL. You look at Montreal and what they're doing in CONCACAF Champions League play. And again, the two best teams in the regular season fighting right now for the final. First time that's happened since 1992.
Montreal, you would have to think, within a whisker of qualifying for the quarterfinals. Looks like DC just about eliminated, so really 3 MLS sides been knocked out of that competition. Houston, of course, still very much alive. Here's Moose for the USL Vancouver Whitecaps. Now Nash. Set back by Gage. Kindell tries to drive it in behind. That's not a bad try, actually, as Arrieta forced to head it clear. And a good clearance from Villegas. Lovely touch from Atieno. Here's Steele. Rides the challenge. Touch tackle from Jeff Clark, so a throw-in for Puerto Rico. Arrieta holding off the big man, Sabrango. Oh, they let it bounce at the edge of the 18. There's a half a chance for Puerto Rico. It's Steele on his favoured left foot, but it didn't sit up for him. And in the end, the shot from Miranda, well wide of the target, goal kick.
Well, I'm talking with both coaches this week, a similar theme. You know, when you ask the keys of the game, they'll always say, as one of the 3, as we look at this half chance that is really not much to it, but one of the 3 keys, regardless of the coach, will always say finish your chances. And you look at a final like this, you're not going to get many. At the most, you'll get maybe 5 to 7 chances in a game. Both teams have already had a couple half chances, but it's going to be which side steps up and capitalizes on that half chance, because you could tell already defense has come to play tonight.
Absolutely right. Both teams very strong defensively. Vancouver very well organized, as are Puerto Rico. Credit the coaches for that. As Delgado digs in the middle. Back to Jones. Past his man. And pushing on now. Down the line for Delgado. Onto his right foot. Tries to slip it in for Jones. Vancouver win it back. Well, there's the Sprint Turf summary. No goals yet. 4 shots to Vancouver, 3 for Puerto Rico, 2 saves apiece. And, well, 4 to 5 in fouls. Very even, Steve.
Yeah, you talk about that 5 to 7 opportunities, and you look at 4 saves and a couple nice runs, close offside calls, a couple nice corners. But again, Colin Clark has got to be happy with the start of this final for his guys in orange.
Here's Villegas for Puerto Rico. Curls one into the back post. Atieno couldn't quite get there. Steele with a chance that's wide. Difficult opportunity there for Steele on the volley.
You like what he's doing here, though. Here's a guy, Jonathan Steele, and many questioned how he'd respond as you look at this. The one-timer that kicks back out to him, Steele's in the right spot, but Steele's a guy who played in Carolina. He got his career started in Syracuse, was in Rochester, and now on his 4th team in 5 years, getting named the league MVP. How would he respond? I think he's playing well tonight so far. Not a lot of turnovers. Defensively, he's working. You see him battling right there. Service has been good.
Well, he's had a fantastic year, hasn't he? And again, you want to probably look at Colin Clark there. They're from the same country, Northern Ireland. And really, he's brought Johnny Steele to the level that he's always been able to play at, but he's doing it consistently now. Nash firing it out there to Moose. Dispossessed a little cheaply. They try the ball down the channel for Atieno to chase. Charles will just drop it back to the keeper, Nolly. Now Clark. Vancouver capable of slowing it down as well, as Clark gives it away under pressure from Atieno. Hard challenge from BK. Which way is it going, referee? It's going to be a Vancouver throw-in. That gets the Puerto Rico coaches up off the bench. Thick Irish accent there. You can hear it occasionally. It rises above the level of the crowd. Mr. Clark, Colin Clark, the head coach. Nothing ball from Valenti, so Kraus can look downfield. Picks out Villegas. Nice ball inside to Bandy. And Jones is touch, not the best. Possession given back there to Vancouver.
Yeah, he knows it. He had the sort of the wave of, yeah, I blew it. Out for a throw, and he'll try to win it back. Making a mistake, it's good to do it when you're 45 yards from your own goal.
Absolutely. Again, Atieno asked to try and hold it up there. Very much the lone striker in this first half formation. Well played, Nash brings it down. Slips it in for Moose. Moose square, and it's into the side netting. The fans behind us for a moment thought that one had crept in.
How about the patience from Martin Nash on the build-up there? The head up, waiting for the time to run there as Moose going near post there. Gaudet had it covered. It's the matchup we talked about at the beginning of the game. Who's going to have the better service, Nash or Steele? And both doing very well early going here. And why not go for the near post there? Good luck.
I'll tell you, one person who says why not would be BK. If you saw that then, Stevie was unmarked on the penalty spot. Been a good chance if Moose could have found him. Arrieta heads clear. Kindell drops it back. Miranda can't get it clear. Now here's Martin Nash. Clips it with the right foot. Nice touch. Valente, first time into the middle. It's away by Puerto Rico. Diombi puts his boot through it. Atieno holds it up. Well played. Now Villegas steps past Kindell. And this time the touch is good from Jones. Looking for Atieno. Held off by Wesley Charles. Well played by Charles Biquet, the forward, to help out there, and Vancouver get it back. Kraus to Arrieta. Now Yombi to Miranda. Delgado gives it away. As the field's just starting to cut up a little bit, Steve.
And neither side really able to dictate their own pace in this one. A lot of the game being played the middle third of the field. Alternating chances. Both sides doing some direct over the top, a little incidental contact play on.
And Atieno knows it. There's never enough there for a free kick. As Charles plays it away. Now Miranda controls. Here's Arrieta. Steele making a nice run. Looking to get it onto his left foot. Whips it in. It's away by Vancouver. Arrieta under pressure from Sabrango. Gets it back to Godet. Again, I tell you what, he's a confident young man, isn't he?
I don't know if his coach is as confident with that clearance. Little lackadaisical. That's twice now from Godet. Gotta be more careful with the ball.
Nice from Nash. While Martin trying to work himself into a crossing position. Nash following up. He can cross, and he whips it into the back post. Back across the middle. BK heads down. Diving save by Godet. And it's still 0-0 here at Swangard Stadium. It didn't look like he got a lot of power on it, Steve, but Godet having to come across quickly.
Yeah, what a build-up. Starting with Nash, drives it to the far post, and then Zabrango gets it right back in front. And Godet was just slow on the dive there, got there, but take a look. BK probably had the time to bring that down. Godet made it look nice, which you always do as a goalkeeper, but I think BK, take the touch, settle that down. Really no defender within 3 or 4 yards of him had time to bring it down and get a better look. Looked like a slow motion dive there from Godet, but got the job done.
Free kick then for Puerto Rico. Heavy challenge there on Arrieta. Again, Arrieta named the First Division Defender of the Year. There you see it. Well, he's a big man, BK, and if he runs into you, you're going to feel it. And I tell you what, this is a very dangerous time for Vancouver as Steele whips it in. And there's a chance the ball dropped down. There was no one there to put it on target. Little flick through, and this time they'll let it run. It's going to be a goal kick as we head into time added on at the end of the first half. Good first half, though, Steve.
Yeah, exactly what we expected. I mean, these teams are so evenly matched. You look at the regular season, separated by 1 point.
Well, there's the half-time whistle. And you said it, separated by 1 point. Nothing between them after 45 minutes. The Vancouver fans happy so far, but they'd be a lot happier if they could have seen a goal from their side. Puerto Rico, well, job well done to this point. Godet's been big a couple of times, but at half-time it's 0-0. Vancouver 0, Puerto Rico Islanders 0. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have the half-time show. Welcome back back to Swangard Stadium, the site of the USL First Division Championship game. We're at halftime, still 0-0 after 45 minutes. And welcome back, Andrew Bell alongside me against Steve Bell. And good first half, as we said. Plenty of chances, but no real clear-cut opportunities yet.
Yeah, both teams playing pretty conservative to start it. We mentioned before, both teams will have 5 to 7 chances. Which guy is going to step up and capitalize on those opportunities? A lot of the looks came from the restarts. Both teams look dangerous on the corners.
Yeah, set piece is definitely going to be a factor, you think. Let's see if we can't have a look at the first half highlights.
And here is a set piece. Nash putting it in a dangerous spot. You see they get forward. Zabrango thought he was fouled on that one, and BK has looked very good through 45 minutes. Gaudet was in position to make that save. And again, Zabrango is finding seams behind that Puerto Rico defense. Makes the nice long runs, quiet at times, but he can get forward. Here's Nash setting the table again, looking for that near post. BK was open there, he was calling for it.
Yeah, Vancouver, well, they had to defend as well, didn't they? There's a chance. Steele putting it on the head of Yombi. Actually, Bandy there, and here's a chance for Atieno.
Yeah, Villegas did well there with the dummy run to let it roll by, and again, you look at the stats.
Well, the big one, of course, no goals yet. Vancouver, 6 shots on target. Puerto Rico, 4 shots on. 3-2 in saves, 2-2 in corners. Could be a factor if one side can score on a set piece. And it's been a clean game. No yellow cards, no red cards yet. All right, we're going to take a short break. It's 0-0 here at halftime. Vancouver versus Puerto Rico in the championship game. We'll be right back. Vancouver will have the ball once Mr. Kadlesic gets us back underway. They're going from left to right in the second half with this big partisan crowd behind them. The Islanders, in typical Puerto Rico fashion, have been gritty and have battled away and still very much in this game. Lovely from Steele to Bandy. Bandy strikes it well, but it's straight at Clark. And a throw in the result. Jones will take it to left back. Well played by the youngster Gage with that header down. Zabrango holds off Kraus. Big St. Vincent and Grenadines player Wesley Charles away. Moose floats one in. Kraus got a piece of it. Nash hit that well, but it's blocked away. Now Kindell. Well, he just under-hit that a little bit, but Vancouver hang on to the ball, and it's been a very bright start from the Whitecaps.
You know, Nash, only 1 goal all season, but he aimed that one, teed it up, hit it well, but well blocked by the Islanders.
There were no changes at halftime, so both coaches happy with the way it looks right now. Arrieta. Good throw down the line from the defender of the year. Got it to the MVP Steele, who got hit there and is down, slow to get up. BK, nice set for Zabrango. The referee says no. Nothing there. It's just straight through, and Gaudet, the goalkeeper, can pick it up. He's crafty, Zabrango, you know, Steve.
Yeah, don't let the age fool you. 35 years old. He's the guy that's doing flips after his goals. And really, he was a one-man show to start this season for Vancouver. For the first 6.5 games on the season, Zabrango was the only Vancouver player that found the back of the net. And he is a guy that when he plays well, the team does well. During the regular season, when Zabrango scored, the Whitecaps were undefeated, 10 wins, no losses, and 1 tie. And he can carry the team on his back. Forget about engine, he's the whole car. They jump in, they go for the ride with him, and again, the veteran leadership he brings as well.
Native of Cuba, very much a veteran. Of course, the rookie of the year this year, also hailing from Cuba, that's Osvaldo Alonso. He was named yesterday at the awards ceremony, championship banquet held downtown Vancouver. Here's BK, dispossessed. Yombi with time to look up. Nicely done. Now Delgado trying to slip it through. Comes back to him. Again, they try and work it through the middle. It's very tight there. And Vancouver come up with the ball. It's Valenti. Taylor Torderson up off the bench, looking on. Good tackle from Puerto Rico. Thumping clearance away. Atieno again leaning into Charles, who's strong enough to hold him off. And Kraus, actually Arrieta just drops it back now to Gaudet.
How about Arrieta again? Defender of the year, leads the team in points, 7 goals from your right back. Again, when your right back is leading the team in points, might mean you need some more goal-scoring production, but that's not the case from the forwards.
They thought there was a handball there. Sorry, Steve, it was Delgado who gets it wide. It swung into the back post. There's no one there. And you're right. You know what? If your right back is banging in 7 goals a year,
things are good.
Things are good. Be a throw-in for Puerto Rico. It's a tough opening to the second half for them, but they've fought back, and now, well, we'll try and build as Miranda loses out. Sabrango gets it to BK. Overhit it there again, Charles BK. It'll be a throw-in for Puerto Rico. See the crowd to the right of the picture there. That's the standing room only section. And they were limited in the number of tickets they were allowed to sell because of the fire code. Every single one was snapped up. Moose will take the throw-in. Gaudet looking on. Nash just hooks it into the box, parried away by Vancouver. Good touch from Atieno. Now Steele to Delgado. Steele driving forward, he won't get that. It's a good header wide from Valenti for Kindell, but Kindell beaten to the ball by Villegas, who says to the referee, that should have been a free kick, sir. Arrieta away. Atieno again, the lone striker. Well, that's going to be a free kick. Charles just came through him, and the referee on the spot blows his whistle.
Yeah, easy call there. Did not jump up, jumped right into the player. Official was right there, easy call.
Steele will take the restart. Puerto Rico in bright orange, going from right to left in the second half. 5 minutes gone in this second period. Deadlocked still, 0-0. Flag is up on the far side. The referee hasn't seen it as the shot comes in. Wouldn't have counted. It was a good strike, though.
It was good. I think they called Arrieta, not for offside, but when he had that original header, got his arms up, climbed the back end. The referee's assistant put the flag up right away.
Let's have a look at this chance again anyway. Comes out to the edge of the 18. Very nicely hit. Good technique there.
It's a save, maybe save of the game that won't even be credited as a save. Nolly knocking it away. Nolly played 23 games during the regular season. 9 shutouts.
Steele dispossessed. Lyle Martin clips it forward for Sabrango, goes to ground. No foul. Now Jones for Puerto Rico. His touch off target, so a throw in now for Vancouver.
Sabrango's the guy you got to watch again. He just when lulls in the game like right now, he's trying to get involved. He's making those runs. He's a guy that'll just pop in, make something happen. And Puerto Rico will be down 1-0 if they don't keep their eye on him.
Here's Valenti for the Vancouver Whitecaps. Just overhit it as BK goes flying into the boards down there.
It's cleared some room for some more seats, I think.
That's right.
The brakes do not work for Mr. BK.
You gotta feel sorry for that board a little bit, don't you? Gaudette taking his time. It's almost as if he's been told, if there's a break in play, just take your time, slow it down. 0-0 is a good scoreline for the Puerto Rico Islanders. Play when you have a chance, which is an example of that is right now as Puerto Rico build. Atieno flicks, trying to flick onto the back post, and Steele was right there or thereabouts.
Yeah, good movement from Steele, getting into the area. Good flick from Atieno on target.
That's off target for Miranda. Now Moose. Oh, Sabrango with a good, well-timed run, but it'll be beaten to the ball. Nicely done there from the youngster Gage. Here he is again. Back to Clark. Kraus heads away. Not very convincingly. BK onto the loose ball, gets it wide. Sent into the middle, and it's away by Puerto Rico. Nash was lurking at the back post. Moose now. Lovely from the youngster to the byline. Earns his side a corner kick.
Yeah, Vancouver getting some momentum right now. They're winning the 50-50 loose challenges. The fans recognize it, they know it. Little spark now, Nash getting forward, Zabrango making some runs. Good touch from Moose. This all starts with a 50-50 challenge that they win. Players in the area, another loose ball that they get on the end of. Look at the burst of speed from Moose to get around one. Wins the corner.
I think it's Valente who's going to take it from this near side. Flicked on at the near post. Becky! 1-0! Charles BK breaks the deadlock. And Steve, you talked about it at halftime. How important a set piece is.
Or perfectly executed by Vancouver. Look at this low to the near post. This is what they wanted to do. The flick from Clark. BK skies in the air and puts it in the one spot that can find the back of the net. Puerto Rico, they're doing the right thing. Gaudette's there. They've got two guys on the line. He just put that perfectly placed.
Can Puerto Rico answer? Delgado caught in possession. It's raised the decibel level of the crowd tremendously. Game on here, and it's advantage Vancouver. That's going to be a throw-in for the Islanders. Delgado. Down at the edge of the 18. Play on, says the referee. Now Villegas. A chance for Steele. Stays on his feet. Probably could have gone down there and earns his side a corner kick.
Well, let's see if Puerto Rico can respond. Again, they've been good on the corners as well. Steele will come over. And now this changes everything for Colin Clark's side. A little bit more of the sense of urgency, what you talked before, Andrew, about slowing things down again. Goals are scored in bunches. Let's see if they can respond.
Yep, they're going to have to get things going a little bit quicker. There's still plenty of time, of course. This set piece redirected to the top of the 18, swung in, headed away by Charles. Struck over the bar by the Islanders midfielder, Edwin Miranda. Goal kick.
Coming in, a really difficult shot to hit that one time. Keep it on frame with players in front. Miranda, though, nice idea. Could take a ricochet, a deflection.
Yeah, not many players can score from that sort of position. Maybe Paul Scholes occasionally.
You sensed it was coming from Vancouver as well, though. They had the momentum. They were winning the loose challenges. They were going forward. The crowd sensed that they were up on their feet. And a couple things went right on that goal. Perfectly placed corner. Give credit to Clark, who had the flick to the back post.
It actually wasn't the best corner, was it? But you're right, the flick at the near post got it to BK. And of course, Moose with his fine run earned the set piece. Here come Puerto Rico again. Charles parries it down and away. Headed back into the mixer for Steele. Around the outside for Delgado. Trying to hold off Lyle Martin, who's just too strong for him. There's a strong challenge play, says the referee. Steele digging in. Oh, lovely ball from Steele. Down goes Delgado. He actually got in the way of his teammate there, Bandy. That's going to be a throw-in for the Islanders.
Well, they're letting them play now. Could have been maybe a half a dozen calls on that last sequence.
It's a splendid ball in from Steele. Now Arrieta. Puerto Rico starting to ask the questions. That one is not going to roll out. And Steele tackles Moose and concedes a goal kick.
You see Jonathan Steele, league MVP. He knows they're going to have to think of something to respond here. And again, the sense of urgency picked up there going forward. They've got plenty of time in this game. And quite honestly, they've been here before more than a couple times. They have won games in the last seconds, in the closing minutes. You look at the series against Rochester, coming down from 2 goals behind in that series to tie it and then win it in the overtime. You also have to be aware of going forward too much and allowing something behind them.
Well, we're approaching the hour mark. You look at the options. You got Fabrice Noel, Josh Hansen, and of course Kendall Jadiosing. Plenty of attacking options right now, though. They need to defend as Gage holds off Steele. Gets it wide. Chance for a cross again into a dangerous area, and it's Sabrango who puts it wide.
Well, mark it down right now. If Puerto Rico comes back and wins this game in PKs, in overtime, in regulation, the 60th minute right here. Zabrango, perfect run right there. He's going to score that 9 out of 10 times, and that would have changed the complexion of this game.
You would bet money on him scoring from there. Unlucky. Good header away from Charles. Nash hooks it forward. BK will chase. Let's see if Puerto Rico player not strong enough to shield it into touch for a goal kick. It'll be a throw-in, though.
You saw from the goal, BK, the strength to go up and win it, as we will have the first sub of the game and an injury.
It looks like Fabrice Noel is the player they're going to turn to. Haitian-born striker, very pacey. I think he's going to go in for Peter Villegas. So that's tactical. Villegas looking glum. He's done his part. And let's have another look at that goal if we can, Steve.
Yeah, again, the in-swinger, and look at the job Jeff Clark does here. Only 1 assist all season long, but he gives up his body with the flick to the back post, and BK does the rest. But you got to give a lot of that credit to Clark, who was the MVP of the championship game. Do they like it on the bench? You bet.
Just looking at, I think he got above Arrieta, the right back. He was just too big and too strong. There he is, BK. Battling away, he'll earn his side a throw-in. The good news for Vancouver is Wesley Charles seems to be okay. And now Nash with that long throw. He hasn't really had a chance to showcase it yet.
And Nash can take this game over now. He's a player who can hold on, keep possession, knock it around.
Good-looking man. Sends it into the box. It's headed down by Johnny Steele. They say he looks a bit like me. That's why I said that, Steve. As Gaudette comes out.
And that's why I laughed.
Arrieta drives it away.
Nash is so important to this team. Again, he's not flashy, he won't do the big number seasons that you see with so many other players, but he does a lot of the simple things.
Oh, there he goes, Noel, the substitute. Will that be a corner? It will.
Keep your eye on Arrieta pushing forward. They're right back. The 7 goals, a lot of them have come off the corners. Look at the break, the speed to get in the area. The touch looked like it was out of control, and then closing down the 17-year-old Gage. The last touch.
Pulled the central midfielder across there. Well done, Gage. His steal with the corner to the back post, just too long. Straight across and out for a goal kick. It's got to be frustrating for coach Colin Clark, because those are the chances, and particularly with a player like Steele, you know you have the quality to deliver it.
Yeah, you can't waste those, and you could tell the adrenaline was there ever since they went down a goal. You see him making a lot more runs, working hard defensively. He's got to stay composed, keep his head in the game, and corners that he's been hitting all year long, he's got to hit the target.
Steele rocked there by Wesley Charles. Here's Jones for Miranda. Very tight space to work with. Was that hands? Yes, says the referee, Mr. Canlesic. Here's another chance for the Islanders.
That's a good thing for Steele. Not the best one the first time. They'll go quick.
It's a dangerous ball. Nolly came to collect it. Didn't get anywhere near it. But in the end, it'll be cleared by the Whitecaps. Great ball from Nash. First time, half volley. Picks out BK. This time the direct ball straight to Godet.
Yeah, you can look at the challenge. They're letting them play. You would think the Puerto Rico supporters there might challenge the goal, the contact with BK, but they let that play. They let a similar play go on this side. As Nolly came out, he got knocked down. They are letting them play in the area.
Steele out in this wide left position. Inside to Miranda. Smothering from Vancouver, who are pressuring here. And that forces Puerto Rico to send it all the way back to the goalie. Bill Godet. Atieno beats Clark in the air. Martin under pressure. Will concede. An attacking throw in here for the Islanders. Scott Jones up to take it. Steele unmarked. Drifts it in straight through to the hands, the waiting hands of Jay Nolly.
And not a lot of movement from the guys in orange shirts either. As Steele picked his head up, looked, you saw 3 guys just standing and waiting. No near or far post runs in the area. Easy to defend.
Flag up, Sabrango offside. You know, now the clock becomes Puerto Rico's worst enemy. They have to score to stay alive. A flick header there from Steele. Delgado stays with the play. Jones unable to make anything of it at the edge of the 18. Nash again with time on the ball. Picks out the run of Valente. What a ball that was. Down the line, Kindell overlapping. Chance here for Vancouver. And it's Gage, wide of the target.
And again, the play starts with Nash. 55-yard ball, switching the point of the attack all the way to the other side. Great build-up as Vancouver got numbers forward. This is the end result. The 17-year-old center stage. First touch was good. Second was good. Third, not so much.
Steele to Jones. The left footer pushing on, finds Delgado. Swings it into the back post! And it's in! 1-1.
We got a game. We have got a game. You look back at the 2 opportunities. that Vancouver had to put this away. Zabrango in the 61st minute. And Gage a minute before. And when you have a team like Puerto Rico down, you can't let them back in. Look at this, 3 in the area. A great run. That's what they needed, the run to the back post.
Bandy gets the goal. He had a chance in the first half with his head, put it over the bar. Doesn't make a mistake when it really counted. And now it's Puerto Rico who have their tails up.
Well, you look at the goals. 2 headers placed perfectly. Anywhere else, those are not goals. Either saved or cleared off the line. Talked before about who's going to step up, who's going to finish and be the star. And we got 2 great ones in this championship match.
Heavy challenge from Kraus, a little bit of afters, gives Nash a little shove. I think Delgado should have been offside there. Flag stays down, Moose has it. The referee's going to allow that. The crowd think it should have been a free kick. Steve, what do you think?
I think even Puerto Rico was surprised to get possession there. They are letting them play, though. Again, they've got to adjust. He's been consistent the entire game. The contact going up in the air has not been called all game.
Vancouver dig in. Valenti under-hits it, though. Miranda leaves it for Arrieta.
To clarify, I think that's a good thing. As long as you're consistent, you don't want to change it now. Officiating has been consistent.
I'll tell you what, the pace of Noel is causing some problems for Vancouver. Here's Bandy. Falls to ground, and Gage takes possession away and will take the pressure off his team by just clipping it into the Puerto Rico half.
Yeah, you saw Bandy go down there. As the sun has gone down, it is cold. The surface is a little bit wet now, and players are starting to lose their footing.
It's going to be a free kick, and there's the first booking of the game. So finally, Mr. Kadlec gets his yellow card out. Who was that? Steve Kindell? I think it was who was the player booked.
The push definitely sold. I don't think that was enough to get the dive, but that's what you have to do in that situation there. You see the frustration. Whoa, went for a little ride, and frustration setting in. I think Vancouver knew they had control of this game and let it slip away.
That's right, we're back to all square. 1-1, 20 minutes to play. Everything to play for. Gaudette taking his time again now. Pings it forward. Charles, good header down. Now Moose. Becky is onside if he can get there. Sets it for Zabrango with a little back heel. Not enough on it. Moose drives a searching ball in. That one will end up behind for a goal kick.
How many times has Gaudette's night changed here? Start of the game was very slow, getting the ball back in play. They gave up that goal, and obviously that gave him a little more sense of urgency. And now, as you mentioned, back to slowing the pace down. But his team does have the momentum right now, but again, playing smart soccer.
This is very much an example of what you can expect from the USL First Division. Good players, good games, exciting games. And really, it's very tight between these teams, as it was between really most of the league during the regular season. Noel, this time he doesn't get away from Kindell, who picks his pocket and finds Martin Nash. Gage, nicely done from the young player, gets it wide. Good run forward from Lyle Martin, and I tell you what, Scott Jones had to be careful there.
Yeah, that is a dangerous area to go down as you look at Kindell, the veteran who played the entire 90 minutes in the 2006 final, and frustration as he gets booked with the yellow. Nash
for Moose. Again, he gets around his man. Chips to the back post. 2-1. it's Charles BK again as the crowd come back to life.
Three header goals in this one, and we may not be done yet. Nash again starts it out. Good decision on the throw. Moose with a burst of speed, and look at BK high in the air. You cannot give him that much room. He's too powerful. You think that's Gaudette's ball. He's got to come out and knock that away.
Well done. Well done indeed. Moose, the provider, as Atieno digs in at the other end. So once again, Puerto Rico must respond if they want to come back in this game.
BK scores the 3 goals all regular season, scores 2 in the final.
That's good timing. There he is, Mr. BK, Charles BK, number 98. Second goal tonight. Will it be enough? Long throw from Puerto Rico. Charles clips it away. BK goes to ground. He's not going to win a free kick there. Driven across. That one's going to get away from Delgado. A throw-in now for Lyle Martin and the Vancouver Whitecaps. Sabrango. Dispossessed. Steele. Little 1-2. First time ball. He just tried to lift it into the box. Unlucky. You can see just over his shoulder, the subs. They'd love to get in the game now. Colin Clark. Well, he's got to be disappointed conceding that goal at that critical time, Steve.
Yeah, disappointed, but I don't think the panic has set in. Again, this team has seen so much this year. They've been behind before. They've been in games where they needed a goal very late. The experience they've got, we'll see if it will pay off down the stretch.
Boy, that's difficult, and Becky almost came up with it. If you let it bounce in those areas, it can cause problems. Kendall under pressure from Atieno. And I'm just wondering how much longer it's going to be before we see another change. Jadio Singh, Josh Hansen available. Both goal scorers in their own right. As Yombi this time safely back to Gaudette. Gaudette, the goalkeeper of the year in the league. Helped out in large part by his defensive unit in front of him. Prowse steps up. And into touch, it'll be a throw-in. Here's the Sprint Turf scoring summary. Well, BK started it off in the first half for Vancouver, in the second half rather, just after the break. That's followed up by Puerto Rico's Bandy, who brought the game level. And then Charles BK with the second goal. That's where we stand now. 2-1 the score. Vancouver in front as they give it away. Here's Miranda to Delgado. Atieno sets it. There's a strike. Good save, Nolly.
Again, Nolly did the best part of that save was not allowing the rebound, as Atieno was right there getting ready to pounce if he saw the ball squeak away. And look at that, holds on to it, made that look very easy as that ball was moving.
Miranda gets it forward. Steele in an advanced position. Chips around the outside for Noel. He's got the pace into the 18. Trying to play it square. Well done, Steve Kindell, to block that down. That's given away there. BK forward to Sabrango. Thought about taking it early. Oh, well done. Into the box. Just looks like he's running out of steam a little bit.
Well, two great pieces of defending on both sides of the field. Kindell starts it out on the other side, and then look at this stand-up defending. Sebrango, the fake, but cannot get away from the tackle as it comes in, and Yambi beat the first time, but quick enough to recover.
Sebrango just lost his footing there as he cut inside. If he'd have stayed on his feet, he would have had a clear opportunity. Full defending there, but it's a poor clearance. Here's Arrieta. Into the mixer. Moose heads away. Well played, Sebrango. Good control from Arrieta. Headed down for Noel. Steele trying to play it in. We'll have to get it wide here. It's Jones. It's a searching ball in, and Nolly is forced to punch down, and it's blasted over the top by Bandy.
Colin Clark could not believe it, turned in disgust, and Bandy has the one goal tonight, but realizes that was on the table to tie it up. Good build-up from the Islanders, patient, and again, you're so excited there, you can't wait for it, and just had to wait another half second to get that one low, get his knee over it.
And that's Wesley Charles down there holding his face. He was down earlier, wasn't he, and got back up to continue. We've got just about 10 minutes to go here. If they had to make a change at this point, well, Omar Jaroun, the former Atlanta Silverback, actually lost the championship game last year with Atlanta. He's available. And if you're a Puerto Rico player looking at this, well, it's going to be frustrating because they have to find another way to score, and time ticking away against them.
And they've got so many players who can score. Again, you look at their team and the players, you go right down the list, 16 points, 15, 14, 13. So many guys who've scored goals this season all over the field, and a couple of them on the bench, but just running out of time. Under 10 to go. You'd think at least 2 minutes of stoppage time with this injury.
It was the elbow of Atieno. It wasn't swung, but it was up there. And Charles, he's a big lad, isn't he? I think he's going to come back into this game. Steele. Back for Jones. You won't be able to control that. Throw in Vancouver. You talk about the way the game can change. It's going to be Vancouver just taking their time at every opportunity. Again, a throw in for the Whitecaps. Lyle Martin will take it. On the line for Sebrango. Throw in again, Vancouver, as Kraus concedes possession. The anticipation building for the Vancouver fans. Moose, nice control. Sends it in. Sebrango sets it back. Gage with a shot, wide of the target. Goal kick.
That's what Vancouver needs, though, as Puerto Rico will be going to the bench here. But the good build-up, taking some time off the clock, as it looks like Hansen will be set to check in for the Islanders.
They're going to sacrifice a defender. As we see Gage's chance there. Outside of the right foot, so Scott Jones comes off, Hansen comes on. Puerto Rico will switch to a 3. Does that leave them a little bit more vulnerable, Steve?
Yeah, but this is the time to do it. Again, they're going forward. They've got to risk everything. They've got 3 very capable defenders in the back line. They've got Hansen with fresh legs. He has got to have his stamp on this game early on. He doesn't have a lot of time to do it.
Here's Moose now. Great ball over the top. BK can chase. Just hold it up now. Wait for some support. Just one player in the middle.
Yeah.
Native of Ivory Coast. Well done there by Yombi to prevent the corner. It's just going to be a throw-in.
BK has made a lot of good decisions tonight, the 2 goals, but the decision to just slow it down there. Hit it off Yombi out of play is what the crowd is looking here down the stretch.
Kraus took his time there, but he got away with it. It's going to be a goal kick. I would think 10 minutes at the most remain. Won't be a lot more. As time added on, it's Steele. Can he get round Moose? He cannot. And Moose shows him a clean pair of heels. Away comes Moose. Steele digs in and wins it back. Well done. Chips over the top for Fabrice Noël.
And that's what you need from your league MVP. Gives it up, made the mistake, but hustled to get back 1 possession for his team and didn't commit the foul.
Puerto Rico haven't given up yet. Atieno drifts it in. Chance for Delgado. He couldn't get the shot off. And the ball pings off Steele, who's got some running to do here. As Sabrango, well, BK on that occasion offside. The boos ring out around Swangard Stadium as Steele just puts it into the corner. Is that going to hit the flag? It does. It doesn't go out. So what's the decision over there? I think it's going to be a throw, is it? For Vancouver, it's Kindell. Remember, he's been booked. So we'll need to be on his best behavior. It's actually going to be a free kick, is it? There is some activity down on the bench, the Puerto Rico bench.
Like Jagdeo Singh might be coming in for the closing minutes. And they need it.
They need something, don't they, Puerto Rico, as Atieno. Atieno misses with his attempt. And Nolly being told to get on with it by Mark Kadalesic, the referee. Hammers it downfield. Well won there by Kraus. Here's BK, though, for Vancouver. Gets it wide. Good ball. It's Valenti. 3 in the middle for Vancouver. Just overhit there by Alfredo Valenti. And the ball crossed the byline. It's going to be a goal kick.
Yeah, again, probably not the best decision there either. You're in the corner, keep the ball. And the one thing you don't want to do there is hit it out of play and give them a chance to go the other way. Find a target, keep it on the field, or keep it at the corner flag.
Good ball from Nash up the line. A little nudge in the back of Delgado. No free kick given. Hansen, was he caught? No, says the referee. And that gets the Islanders players' attention. Lovely touch from Steele.
I think the referee was shielded on that play, just did not see it.
Lovely lead from Delgado. Through, the flag is up. It wouldn't have counted.
I think Puerto Rico's got to be a little more selfish. They're getting so close, they're getting in the area. Would someone pull the trigger here? You're close enough, 18 yards out, good idea. Flag was up.
Fabrice Noël, if he'd been onside, would have been an easier chance. But I agree, I mean, it's do or die now. We've got a couple of minutes remaining. It's going to be... well, he's changed the decision of the linesman.
I think that was a good call. It's either a foul or Puerto Rico throw. But it was definitely off the chest of BK.
Quickly out to the far side. The Islanders need a goal, going from right to left in this second half as Nolly goes to ground to smother it. Poor clearance this time. Sent forward for Atieno. Swing and a miss. Away by Wesley Charles. Jadiosik still waiting for his chance to come into the game. It looks like they're going to hold him out for a bit longer here. Throw in Puerto Rico. Nice turn from Delgado. Free kick. It must have struck the arm of Lyle Martin.
Could be a makeup call from earlier as well. I think he realizes he misses one. Huge opportunity, though. You look at Delgado, a little bit of shirt. Yeah, it's a good call. Maybe not a makeup call. Shirt was definitely there. You can't make that mistake at this point in the game. If you're Vancouver, why give them this short corner? And this is it. They've got to throw everything forward if you're the Islanders.
Delgado chips it in, and it's headed wide. Goal kick.
Steele was attacking the ball there at the near post. Excuse me, that was Hansen. Hansen was right there.
What a terrific ball in, wasn't it?
He claims it was deflected.
We're hearing there are going to be 3 minutes added on. And here comes the final change. It's going to be the league MVP leaving the game. Johnny Steele off. Jadiosik on.
And that's a sub that will hurt if this game goes to overtime. But right now they need a goal to get to overtime. And Jadiosik is more likely to do that than Steele.
The ball drops kindly for Moose. Knocked off the ball by Jadiosik. He wins it back and goes down. It's going to be a free kick for Vancouver.
And I would not be surprised if a minute goes off the clock before they get this back into play. As Moose goes down, it happened at 90:02. Let's see when they finally put this back in. Look at Moose. Looks like it's the first minute of the game with those moves. The step over. And they're going to back the wall up.
Now the question here is, do you take a shot?
Well, they've got 6 players back. Nash might just keep possession and take it to the corner flag. If Moose goes to the corner flag again, they easily took about 50 seconds off the clock here. Call it 45, but they'll keep possession. Go to the corner flag to BK to keep it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's BK in the corner there. Goes to ground. Goal kick. And Gaudette has to get it going quickly. Vancouver trying to defend the short clearance. Sabrango almost nicked it there. Here comes Noel. On the far side, flying forward.
Wow.
Free kick. So there will be a chance here for Puerto Rico. And you know what? This could be their last chance.
Twice this season, the Islanders have had some last-second heroics, winning games in the final seconds, and this would need to be a dream ending. They've got everybody forward.
And why not? Just Miranda being held back. The outfield players, it's sent into the middle, a chance, half a chance. Headed down. Still not fully away. That's going to be a corner kick. It came off a Vancouver player last. A minute to go, 60 seconds.
And again, Christian Arrieta. Can he find another one?
Delgado with the in-swinger. Good ball in. Good punch away. And the referee saw something he didn't like, blows his whistle. That's going to take the pressure off. It's a free kick for Vancouver.
A lot of the fans thought that was the final whistle, but it might as well have been. They're sensing it.
You can hear them. The level of noise rises for the occasion. Nolly sends it away. Not long left now. Moose just loses sight of it, and he got hit there. Play on, says the referee. It's BK. There's the final whistle. Vancouver have done it. Charles Biquet, the man of the moment, 2 goals to lead the Whitecaps to victory in the USL First Division Championship game. It's their 2nd title, and this time they do it at home. Vancouver get the job done. They win the championship. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll have more from the post game. We'll be right back. What a game it was. And the victory, well, Vancouver Whitecaps win it 2-1 against this very game, Puerto Rico Islanders side in the 2008 USL First Division Championship. And there is the man of the moment, Charles Biquet. What a story. I mean, he's really been a journeyman player. He's played for many teams in this league. I think he's up to 5 teams now. Traded mid-season. He scored 3 goals all year long and then popped up with 2 more in the championship game to lead his side to victory. Three goals in the game, and let's see exactly how they came. Lovely flick from Jeff Clark, and there's Biquet's first. Snap header from the back post, got over Arrieta into the far corner. So 1-0 at this point. Puerto Rico respond. Delgado with a terrific ball in. Sandy Bandy leveled it up, 1-1. Game on. And then here is the game-changing move. It was Justin Moose to Charles Biquet. And that is how you finish it, folks. Sabrango celebrates with Biquet as Vancouver claim their 2nd title in 3 years. Getting ready to hand the trophy, the prize, over to the Vancouver Whitecaps. They'll be champions for a full calendar year. Taking the crown over from the reigning holders, the Seattle Sounders. Looks like it's going to be Jeff Clark who's going to receive it. And there it is. The Vancouver Whitecaps are the 2008 USL First Division champions. That wraps it up from us here in Vancouver. For Steve Bell and our producer tonight, Mr. Dave Bolton, this is Andrew Bell wishing you a very good night.